We ready in the main jail?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Uzma Galami from the Public Defender's Office.
Good to have you on board.
Your Honor, can I call the city of Fort Lauderdale? I just have one client at North Broward. This would be really quickly. Can I call that one out of
Where on the docket?
Page 6, Your Honor.
I don't have that page.
Shebra
Go,
Stevens.
what's the person's name?
Shebra Stevens, Your Honor. She should
It's
be
on page 6?
Yes.
I'll be there real fast. Hang on. Tamara Stone.
No problem, Your Honor. No, I'm sorry.
Tamara Stone, you're charged with,
No, Judge Murphy, she's a medical reset.
okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Shamika Charles.
No problem.
Shamika, you're charged with domestic battery. I find probable cause. Bond is set the amount of $500. No contact with the alleged victim. Cassie Fraser. I'll get it. Cassie Fraser. Paul Ryan. Cassie Fraser, I find probable cause. You're charged with on aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and criminal mischief. Bond is set the amount of $1,500 on count 1 and $1,000 on count 2. There'll be no contact with the alleged victim. Javon Walker. Javon Walker. Mr. Walker, you're charged with a violation of a restraining order. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000, no contact with the alleged victim. Richard Miller. Mr. Miller, you're charged with domestic violence. I find probable cause. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. No contact with the alleged victim. Jason Facey.
Your Honor, can we go back to, can you give me a minute with Mr. Miller, please?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Thank you.
What do you want?
All right, thank you, Your Honor. $1,000 bond.
Jason Facey.
All right, have a seat.
Yes, sir.
You're charged with domestic battery. I find probable cause. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. No contact with the alleged victim. Franklin Davis. You're charged with domestic violence. I find probable cause. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. No contact with the alleged victim. Joshua Burgos.
One moment, Your Honor, on Mr. Davis.
What about it?
Your Honor, he would not, the $1,000 bond is too high for him. If we could set a non-monetary bond. He is a retired and he is 78 years old. He has been in Broward.
Let me see
his whole
that. Let me
life.
see
He
it.
has a daughter.
Let me see that one again. $1,000 bond. Have a good day. Joshua Burgos. Mr. Burgos, you're charged with domestic violence, find probable cause, bond is set in the amount of $1,000. No contact with the alleged victim. Ivy. Yes?
If I may be heard on Mr. Burgos, he does not have a job. Can we do a non-monetary bond on him?
Let me see it again. No, $1,000 bond. Have a good day. Ivy Peterson.
Medical reset.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Johnny Kowalski. Mr. Kowalski, you've got a loitering and prowling and a violation of probation. I'd offer you a plea, but the violation of probation would be an automatic if you pled out on the loitering and prowling. You'll be detained going before, wait a minute. This is an interstate, and it's a felony. Counsel, if he wants to get rid of the loitering and prowling, I'd withhold on it, and then he'd be detained and sent out of county. If not, he's going to have to proceed on it before he can be eligible for extradition.
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, he would like to resolve the.
Okay, sir, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, sir, do you understand if you enter a plea to this, this could be used as an automatic violation of your probation, and the other court to whom you're on probation could use this and sentence you without further hearing. Do you understand that? Do you understand, sir? You have a right to have a trial, right to make the state prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. You have a right when you go to trial to cross-examine all witnesses, call witness zone, and put on a defense. That by entering a plea, you're waiving that right. You can put your hand down, sir. Okay, court at this time withholds, waives. Have a good day. Christopher Evans. You're charged with a violation of probation. I find probable cause. You have a no bond hold. You'll be detained going before Judge Cohen. 9/11. That's a heck of a date. Roy Wiley. You got a violation of probation. You have a no bond hold. The court finds probable cause. You'll be detained going before Judge Cohen on 9/11. Stevens.
No problem.
Shariba Bennett, Stephen, okay. North Broward.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're charged with municipal ordinance violation, $25 bond, and fine probable cause. You want to plead no contest?
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if you must, I spoke with Ms. Stevens prior to her appearing before Your Honor. She is unable to afford an attorney. She's unemployed and has no place to stay. Would you appoint the City of Fort Lauderdale Public Defender's Office?
I'll appoint the City of Fort Lauderdale Public Defender's Office. Now that you're appointed, would you like to plead no contest?
Yes.
She would like to plead, Your Honor.
Time served, waive. Have a good day.
So, thank you.
Huh? Yeah. Ripple Shah.
She's present. Main jail.
Yep. Okay, Ms. Shaw, you're charged with petty theft. Find probable cause. Bond is set in the amount of $100. Do you want to plead no contest?
Give me 1 moment to explain that, Your Honor.
What's that?
1 moment.
Huh?
Honor, she would like to resolve.
Okay, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Put your hand down. You understand you have a right to go to trial, make the state prove the case against you beyond the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. You have a right, when you go to trial, to have an attorney. His bond is, young lady, your bond is posted. Your bond is posted. You're out
The
of
bond is
there.
posted?
Yes.
Okay.
Lisa Tambasco.
No problem, Your Honor.
I'm right here.
All right, ma'am, you're charged with DUI. You got $1,000 bond, count 2 DUI, $500 bond, careless driving, no bond required. I find probable cause. You need $1,500 in bond to get out. Okay?
Okay. So,
Pretrial release. Ma'am, come back on.
I'm sorry, I thought you said I was good.
Okay, just a second. Pretrial release will take you, ma'am. You want to go to pretrial release?
Do I want to do
Your
that?
Honor, I do show that she lives out of the Tri-County area. If the court is going to just have me write that she's allowed
Ma'am,
to go back.
if you go to pretrial release, there's no alcohol or intoxicants, and you have to report to pretrial release on a weekly basis by phone.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Well, how long do I do that?
That's
for?
going to be till the trial, or whatever happens with your case is disposed of.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, you're out of there. Have a good day. Jamie,
Report on Tuesday.
Jamie Forte.
She's a medical reset, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Stand behind me.
Bryant, Chavinet,
Paul Ryan, Your Honor, Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan. Oh, she's on, okay. Are you Miss Bryant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Boy, you got a lot of company, Miss Bryant.
I see that.
You've got an ad charge of resisting without violence. I find probable cause. I set bond the amount of $100. Have a good day.
All right.
Well, she's not charged with battery, counsel. She's charged with resisting. Okay, okay, well, I don't know whether, I'm gonna leave it as it is. I find PC. Okay? I set bond at $500. Okay. Did I say 100 or 500?
I believe the court said 100.
No, 100, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Dana Conrad.
At the main jail, Your Honor.
Dana Conrad, you're charged with possession of heroin, $1,000 bond, possession of cannabis, no bond required, possession of paraphernalia, no bond required. I find probable cause, need $1,000 bond.
Your Honor, if I may be heard on her bond, if we could do a non-monetary bond or PTR. She has grandparents and other family members in the area. She's been in Broward County her whole life.
Okay. Pretrial intervention,
If the court orders us to take.
but if she goes to pretrial, she'll have to have an evaluation and treatment when in pretrial. You want that, young lady?
That's agreeable, Your Honor.
You're out of there. Martha Maria Nelson.
No problem, Your Honor.
Okay, ma'am, you're charged with petty theft, a felony $750 bond, and then you have 4 violations of probation. Those are felony violations. You'll be detained going before they don't say which judge. You have a date on it?
September
September 6th, before the judge to whom your case is assigned. Okay, Melissa Cinzagalli.
No problem, John.
Ms. Cinzagalli, you've got a $2,500 bond on distributing or attempt to distribute cocaine. I find probable cause. You need $2,500 to get out.
$500. The bond.
Wait a minute, I got too many people talking at one time. Does she have a residency?
She's been a resident of South Florida for 3 years.
Yeah, but does she have a permanent address?
She does.
What is that address?
Lou.
What is your address?
It's 1410. May I?
Is that where you live?
Yes, 1410 Northeast 7th Avenue, Pompano Beach, Florida.
Is that a house or apartment?
It's an apartment.
And what is the number?
Apartment number 2.
Your Honor, is the court ordering us to verify that address or releasing her outright?
I'll verify the address. If it verifies, I'll release her.
Pending verification. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And the zip 33060.
33, yes.
Kevin Craig.
But her name is Melissa, right?
Yes, Melissa Sinis-Galley.
Mr. Craig, you've got Capias is on 3 separate charges. Bonds are set in the amount of $10, $100, and $250. I think the $10 is a court cost or a municipal ordinance. I'm not sure which. Oh, municipal ordinance. Okay. You want to plead no contest to all these charges? Is that yes? Time served.
Judge, she was next.
Time to move outside.
Time, sir?
Wave. Yeah.
Concurrent on all of them?
Oops.
Let's skip this first.
I'm sorry. Then we've got Michael Burnson DeVol. Okay, you're charged, sir, with resisting a police officer without violence. You've got and then you got some traffic issues, and then you got a capias, which is $1,000 bond,
Your Honor,
and that's for petty theft.
Mr. Burson Duvall is on pretrial supervision for delivery of cocaine and resisting without violence. Case number 185765 CF10A. We're going to ask that his pretrial status be revoked at this time.
You understand that, sir?
No, can you repeat that? Pre-trial?
He's on pretrial for delivery of cocaine and resisting. They just surrendered him. So, sir, I was going to offer you a plea, but this could readily affect your felony. So you have find probable cause. You've got a $100 bond on count 1 and a $1,000 bond on count 4. And on the delivery of cocaine, you have a $2,500 bond. And resisting, you've got a $100 bond.
Your Honor, I'll take that.
Okay, I got to sign it.
Thank you. I know you move fast, so I'm trying to keep up.
Okay, John Isma.
No problem, John.
Mr. Isma, you've got false identification of a law enforcement officer. I find probable cause, bond set in the amount of $100. You want
Mr.
to?
Isma is currently on pretrial supervision for burglary of an unoccupied structure. Case 11-20063 CF10A. He was placed on pretrial on February of this year. Based on this court's finding of probable cause, we asked that his pretrial status be revoked.
You understand that, sir? They're revoking your pretrial, and so the bond on that is $1,000. Do you want?
I was on my way to see my pretrial officer. That's why I got cut up by the officer. So
Well, sir, And you got $1,000 bond on that one
Yeah,
now.
but
And
but
sir,
I
sir,
always see my pretrial officer.
yeah, well, that's fine. You should have just told the officer the truth, wouldn't have a problem.
Exactly what I
But
told him.
anyway, sir, if you want to plead no contest on the misdemeanor, we'll get rid of it.
Now I want to go to trial.
Okay, you got it all the way. Michael Dowd.
Elizabeth did refuse the public defender's office, but if I can go back on the docket, I think we skipped Randy Jennifer Scarborough.
She's right here, we did.
He's aware of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then we got Randy Scarborough.
No problem, John.
Randy Scarborough, you're charged with possession of heroin, $1,000 bond, possession of Xanax, $1,000 bond, paraphernalia, $100 bond. You've got $2,100 in bond. I find probable cause.
This defendant has an outstanding warrant at this time from North Carolina for failing to appear.
Declined. Michael Dowd. Mr. Dowd, you're charged with trespassing. I find probable cause, $25 bond. You want to plead no contest?
Dowd is currently being supervised by
We'll
pretrial
be going to
services.
trial, Your Honor.
What's he got? What's he?
Battery, Your Honor, 187055 MM10.
I'm not going to revoke him.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you want to plead no contest on the trespass?
Your Honor, we'll be going to trial.
You're going to go to trial?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Have a good day. Marquez Jones.
Yes.
You've got a KPS, $250. It's for driving without a license. Do you want to plead no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Withhold and waive. Have a good day. Matthew Comet.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're charged with driving a license suspended. $100 bond. You got a KPS for driving with a license suspended. Sir, let me explain something to you. You're going to end up with a habitual suspension, all kinds of problems, if you don't get this license straightened out. Are you going to work at getting this license cleared up?
Yes, I'm all right, Your Honor. I'm working on trying to get it fixed.
What did he say?
He said that he's trying to get it fixed. He's working on it.
I'll ROR him on this. Have a
On
good
both
day.
counts?
Yes,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. Make sure you show up in court. Brent Fetterman. You're charged with trespassing. I find probable cause. Bond is $100. Do you want to plead no contest?
You would like to resolve, Your Honor.
Time served. Lucio Aguilar.
Your Honor.
You're charged with DUI, $500 bond. You need $500 to get out. I find probable cause.
Thank you.
Patrick Wells. You're charged with trespassing. Do you want to plead no contest? $25 bond.
Yes. No contest.
Time served, no return to Walmart.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Radoslaw Sergio Zinski.
He's out on medical loan.
Okay. Keith Brooks.
Reset.
Ladarius Boatwright. James Major.
On to Your Honor.
Where's James Major?
On to Your Honor.
Conti.
Conti. Mr. Major, you've got ad charges, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and violation of probation. No bond on the violation of probation. State, do you care to be heard on the ag battery charge in reference to bond?
Yes, Your Honor, and based on the facts of this case, Sarah Rivera, on behalf of the state, I would be asking for a monetary bond in the amount of at least $35,000.
Defense?
Judge, that's what the law you said will lower, 35,000.
Okay. Bond is set in the amount of $10,000. Have a good day. Travis Battle. And state that's because he's also has the no bond hold on it and the VOP.
I understand, Your Honor.
Travis Battle.
Also in the Conti.
In Conti? Okay. All right, Travis Battle, you've got a capias for a felony, $1,000 bond for sale of a counterfeit substance. I find probable cause, bonds $1,000. Sidney Gore.
Status on the 12.
Sidney Gore, you got a driving under the influence, fourth or subsequent offense. Driving while license suspended, $750, which is a felony. And then traffic matters. The court finds probable cause. State, you care to be heard on it?
Your Honor, I would just be seeking a $750 bond on count one as well.
It's DUI fourth. Okay, court at this time sets bond the amount of $2,500. So additional condition of bond that he be supervised by pretrial release and that he be evaluated and treated as to alcohol, there be no alcohol or intoxicants.
May I suggest to the court that he be placed with a TAD device so we can determine if he's.
All right, then I'll place him with a tag device and a pretrial, and the bond will be, because he's gonna be on a tag, will be $500.
Just to recap, Your Honor, you said $500 bond with pretrial release, evaluation and treatment, and the TAD monitor.
Yes,
Thank you.
And that was 500 on count one and 750 on.
750 on count two. Jerome Alexander. Jerome Alexander. Sir, you're charged with vehicle for hire to defraud, $500 bond. You've got a violation of probation, a felony. You'll be detained going before Judge Cholera. Cholera?
Yes, I don't have a date.
It'd be in front of Judge
You don't
Carl on
have a date?
September 21st, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, we got it. September 23rd?
September 21st.
21st. Okay, then we have John Lasso.
No problem, John.
Mr. Lasso, you've got robbery with a firearm or without a firearm, but with a weapon. Go ahead.
No weapon.
No weapon.
No weapon.
I find probable cause. Bond is set the amount of $3,000.
I've never been in trouble in my life.
Well, you are now.
She's 71 in October. And nobody's gonna take me out of here.
Excuse me, sir, hold on. We could just lower the bond, make it more affordable, if non-monetary conditions are not possible.
Pre-trial, any priors? Any priors, State?
No.
Your Honor, I have no prior history on him. However, I mean, based on the facts of this case, he robbed a 7-Eleven and said that he would blow their head off. So I think a
It was
$3,000
50
bond is more than reasonable.
It was $50 and I was drinking a little too much, that's all.
Sir,
I'm sorry.
keep. Okay. I'm gonna still set bond the amount of $3,000. Have a good day. Michael Simpkins. Michael Simpkins, you're charged with robbery with a weapon, or without a weapon, I'm sorry. Resisting a police officer without violence. I find probable cause. State?
Your Honor, this is a robbery with a weapon. In this case, I would be seeking a $50,000 bond. This defendant is considered a career criminal.
Hang on, thank you. Okay, this is the one where you pulled the knife and put it to the neck, yeah. Defense, you got anything? Okay. The court at this time will set bond, how much was it?
Your Honor, I was seeking $50,000 bond.
Because set bond the amount of $25,000, no contact with the alleged victim. On the resisting without violence, no bond required. Okay, Cedric Cromwell. You're charged with violation of probation, find probable cause. You've got a no bond hold. You'll be going before Judge Lynch. 9/11. Have a good day. Servio Valvarez. All right, sir, you're charged with aggravated assault. You're charged with petty theft, the $25 bond, resisting without violence, no bond required, and you got a violation of probation, no bond. State, want to be heard as to the count one?
No, I would defer to Your Honor.
Bond set in the amount of $3,500, no return, no contact.
On which count was the 3,500 set, please?
That's on the aggravated assault. Which one's that? I thought no bond was required on that. I was resisting without? Oh, with, I'm sorry. $500 bond on count 3. Thank you.
And
Madam
his
Clerk.
court date on the probation?
No bond, 9/11.
9/11.
Vincent Sardo. Vincent Sardo, you're charged with a violation of probation. No bond hold. You'll be detained going before Judge Lynch. Looks like on 9/11. Philip Fields. Mr. Fields, you're charged with grand theft, auto, $1,000 bond, operating without a valid driver's license, no bond required. Pre-trial, what about him?
Your Honor, his record includes an adjudication for burg dwelling on two separate occasions of battery in 2009 and 2011. 2015, I see a burglary of an unoccupied dwelling.
$1,000 bond. Have a good day. Valencia Tilco.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can we ask for a reset to be put at the end of the docket, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Place it on recall. Lazaro Rodriguez.
We need a Spanish.
Hey, you look like you're all ready to jump up on that one. Thank you very much. Do you swear to interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability? Thank you.
Sí, certified Spanish interpreter for the courthouse.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, you're charged with grand theft. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. You're charged with criminal mischief, over $1,000. Bond is set in the amount of $500. You're charged with grand theft. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. And you're charged with criminal mischief. Bond is set in the amount of $500.
Señor Rodríguez, lo acusan de hurto cuantioso, perdón, la fianza que le imponen es de $1,000. También lo acusan de daño a la propiedad, la fianza que le imponen es de $500. De nuevo lo acusan de hurto cuantioso, a la fianza que le imponen es de $1,000. Y de nuevo daño a la propiedad, $500 de fianza.
Okay.
Your Honor, in this case, the defendant currently has an open case pending for grand theft auto in front of Judge Usan. At this time, I would be recommending that that Your Honor sua sponte revoke his bond in case number 1711014 CF10A.
I'll let that, you can file that in front of Judge Usan.
La señora fiscal le habla al señor juez.
Okay.
Señor juez, el señor Rodríguez tiene un caso pendiente ante el juez Usan por una acusación de hurto cuantioso a robo de un auto. Le pide al señor juez que su asponte le revoque la fianza. El señor, y da el número del caso 1711014CF10A. El señor juez habla. Espero que él va a hablar de esto con el señor juez, perdón, que la fiscalía va a hablar con el señor juez acerca de esto, el señor juez Usan.
Michael Bosch.
Thank you, Honor.
No problem, Your Honor.
Michael Bosch, you're charged with burglary of a dwelling. You've got and bond is set in the amount of $3,500. No return, no contact. And you also have count 2, grand theft, $1,000 bond. Fraud, $1,000 bond. Fraud, count 4, $1,000 bond. Fraud, count 5, $1,000 bond. And then dealing in stolen property, $3,500 bond. And you have 2 violations of probation, which have no bond holds. You'll be detained going before Judge Duffy. And then you have count 9, violation of probation, no bond hold. 10, violation of probation, no bond hold. 11, violation of probation, no bond hold. And then the false information to a pawn shop, and that's a $1,000 bond. You'll be detained going before Judge Duffy on 9/11. Michael Watson.
No problem, Your Honor.
Mr. Watson, you're charged with grand theft, $1,000 bond, fraudulent use of an ID, and of 20 to 30 others without consent, $7,500 bond, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, $1,000 bond. I find probable cause, bond is set in the amount of $9,500.
Oh, I got pulled over.
Sir, your lawyer's talking, hang on. Pretrial?
It would be up to the court based on count 2.
Pretrial release. Have a good day. But he will have a screening for drug.
Where he resides?
Where do you reside, young man?
Excuse me?
Where do you live? What's your address?
West Palm Beach.
What's your address?
4767 Via Palm Lakes, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33417.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Martin Capello.
No problem, Your Honor.
Martin Capello.
Yes, sir.
You've got possession of cocaine, $1,000 bond. Possession of paraphernalia, no bond required. You got $1,000 bond.
Sir? Sir, I can't make bonds, sir.
Pretrial, what about him?
Your Honor, I show a history of failing to appear. He's been to prison, possession of cocaine, shoplifting, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
I'll let you go to pretrial, but you have to go for an evaluation and treatment.
Yes, I will do. I will
Okay, you're out.
do everything I can.
Have a good day. Uriah Seymour.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes. Fellow.
Mr. Seymour, you're charged with a violation of probation, no bond hold. You'll be detained going before Judge Bailey on 9/11.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Clement Alexis.
Bond was posted.
Okay. Thomas or Deandre Thomas. Deidre Thomas.
Medical loan.
Okay, now we are on Sebastian Monroy.
No problem, Your Honor.
Mr. Monroy, you're charged with criminal mischief, $1,000 bond, burglary, unoccupied, $1,000 bond, criminal mischief, $100 bond, burglary of a conveyance, $1,000 bond, possession of burglary tools with intent, $1,000 bond, burglary of a conveyance, $1,000 bond, and count 7, burglary of a conveyance, $1,000 bond. I find probable cause all counts. Pretrial?
This is gonna be up to the court's discretion, Your Honor. I don't show any prior record on.
You don't show any prior record on him? Well, I didn't ask that, counsel. I asked he had a prior record. We're working on that part of it. Okay. So he's got no priors.
I show no record on this defendant.
Okay. All right. Well, court takes notice that this all occurred in one parking lot at one time, and the police were watching him go from car to car. The court at this time will release him to pre-trial.
No bond required.
No bond required. Frank Hill.
Main jail.
Mr. Hill, you're charged with burglary of a conveyance, $1,000 bond. I find probable cause. Any priors? I'll toss it up to anybody.
Mr. Hill had a failing to appear earlier this year.
Oh, okay.
In January.
What kind of a charge?
I'm looking to see what the charge is. Last year, I see her carrying a concealed firearm and possession of marijuana.
$1,000 bond. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Timothy Gregor.
Remain jail, Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of fentanyl, $1,000 bond, possession of cocaine, $1,000 bond, possession of cannabis, $100 bond. I find probable cause, bond is set in the amount of $2,100.
Your Honor, we asked the court to reconsider bond. He has parents and he's currently working. If he can
Pre-trial, you got
reduce-
anything on this one?
2017 possession of cocaine. He violated his probation and failed to appear during the pendency of that case. 2014 burglary of a conveyance.
Okay. $2,100 bond. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Kadara Davis.
Remain jail.
You're charged with possession of ecstasy, $1,000 bond. Pre-trial, what do you got on him? Anything?
Mr. Davis was adjudicated in 2005 for a burglary of an unoccupied conveyance. There was a plea and law enforcement in 2012. That's all I have for the court.
And that's, all of that was over 5 years ago, right?
Yes, sir. He did go to prison for an armed burglary and was released from custody in 2012.
What was that charge?
Armed burglary of a dwelling.
Was he convicted or anything?
Yes, Your Honor, he went to prison.
He went to prison.
Yes, sir.
Okay, $1,000 bond, Mr. Davis. Paul Hawley,
No problem, Your Honor.
you're charged with aggravated assault, count 1, aggravated assault, count 2, possession of Xanax and possession of heroin, counts 3 and 4 are $1,000 each. State, what's the deadly weapon?
Your Honor, it's a BB gun.
Huh?
It's a BB gun.
How is a BB gun a deadly weapon?
So, according to the statute, it allows for a gun to be a deadly weapon under element 4A, and 4B is actually any other weapon that could cause death.
How does a BB gun cause death?
All right, gentlemen, let's make this happen.
How we doing?
Your Honor, in lieu of the crime charge, I would ask that Your Honor find probable cause on count 1 and 2 for aggravated assault with a non-deadly weapon without intent to kill.
Defense, you got anything? Okay, court finds no PC on counts 1 and 2 as to the deadly weapon, but finds no PC, but finds probable cause as to aggravated assault. The court charges, sets bond the amount of $1,500, count one, $1,500 on count two. Count three is already set at 1,000, and count four is 1,000.
Judge, we ask that you don't cross out the charge, though.
I can't hear you.
Do not cross out the charge that's on the finding.
I didn't.
Okay.
I just put as to the weapon. I may be old and slow, but Deshaun Walker,
Medical research, Your Honor.
medical retail, okay. And Henry Watson,
Medical reset also.
thank you. Now, counsel, at your request, we're back to Mr. Pilko.
Spanish interpreter, please.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Pilko, you're charged with lewd, lascivious molestation of a victim less than 12 years old. No bond at this point. Count two, lascivious act and molestation of a child under the age of 12. Count three, the same. No bonds on the three counts.
Señor,
Go ahead.
señor Pilko, a usted lo acusan de abuso deshonesto, lascivo, libidinoso. La víctima tenía menos de 12 años, no puede pagar fianza para salir en libertad. La segunda acusación es de abuso deshonesto, lascivo, libidinoso. La víctima era de menos de 12 años, no puede pagar fianza para salir en libertad. La tercera acusación es abuso deshonesto, lascivo, libidinoso. La víctima tenía menos de 12 años, no puede pagar fianza para salir en libertad.
Okay. Presently is a no bond hold. Defense?
Corey, can you please speak up in the mic?
Señor, señor Pirco, el señor abogado defensor aquí presente en el tribunal se dirige al señor juez. Señor juez, yo me opongo a que haya motivo fundado, a que la prueba es evidente y la presunción de gran envergadura. No, solo hay un affidavit o declaración escrita, juramentada. No hay una declaración juramentada. Y si esto fuera a ir a juicio, no podrían probar estas acusaciones fuera de toda duda razonable. Por esa razón, me opongo a que haya un motivo fundado para detenerlo.
Your Honor, the standard in proof evident presumption grade is not whether we'd be able to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt at trial. I'd be asking that the PC on its face is clearly proof evident presumption grade that the defendant engaged in activity with a 10-year-old, which is a punishable by life offense, and I would be asking that you do find proof evident presumption grade and hold him no bond on all counts.
La señora fiscal se dirige al señor juez, el estándar para estas acusaciones en este momento no es fuera de toda duda razonable. la declaración escrita juramentada a simple vista se haya motivo fundado para detenerlo, y por esa razón le pido al señor juez que mantenga al acusado y bajo custodia y no pueda pagar fianza para salir en libertad, debido a que el acusado se involucró en actividades sexuales con una menor de 10 años.
Defense, anything else?
¿Algo más para
Okay,
la
the court,
defensa? No, señoría.
Court sets no bond, fines, presumption, and evident. The court notes that the defendant, after being given an interpreter advised of his rights, not only made a statement admitting it, but actually demonstrated what he did, or part of what he did.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
Okay.
Did Your Honor say demonstrated?
Demonstrated part of what he did.
Okay. Señor, el señor juez habla, a usted lo van a mantener detenido y no puede pagar fianza para salir en libertad. Hallo que la prueba es evidente y la presunción de gran envergadura. El acusado, a través de una intérprete o un intérprete, le leyeron sus derechos constitucionales y usted como acusado no solamente reconoció el hecho, sino que usted demostró parte de lo que usted había hecho.
There'll be no contact with the alleged victim.
Y no puede tener contacto o comunicación con la víctima.
Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Thank you very much, everybody in the jail.
Your Honor, as the defense invokes defendant's right to remain silent.
Absolutely, granted.
Señor.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, but earlier I forgot to place 2 orders. I've already given them to my counterpart, Mr.
What are they for?
On page 3, Jason Macy, it is a photo order.
What's the other one?
I'm so sorry.
Franklin Davis on page 3 for a photo order.
Granted, as to both.
I'm so sorry. The interpreter had not interpreted. Mr.
No, you don't need to interpret that.
No, Your Honor. The prior statement from counsel.
Okay.
Counsel, the interpreter had not interpreted what you said about the rights. Señor Pilco, la señora abogada defensora allá presente le pide al señor juez que usted invoca su derecho a permanecer callado y que no lo interroguen sin el abogado presente.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.